Pete here, and I'm back with Max Hembest, and we wanted to do our review of I've Always Depended on the Kindness of Strangers.
We had a big dependency, that's for sure.
So we went away and played the Frankston Teams Congress with pretty good teammates, and we managed a third. Yes!
Oh, we're getting worse, but that's okay. I think the system got worse as well, so...
Yeah. So a couple of things we wanted to mention was, first of all, we got the system vetted and found out that two clubs showing 8 to 11 balanced, or mini no trump, was actually a brown sticker convention, which means we could only play it against half the field.
They were protected pairs, so the director deemed that the bottom half of the field was protected and that we shouldn't do this to them. So we quite happily just sort of agreed to that because that seemed fair, to be honest. So yeah, we were happy we just got to play it in some capacity, to be honest.
Yeah, but that being said, it wasn't really a winner.
We weren't that happy. Definitely not happy.
It sort of like harmed our results against the top half of the field. It really didn't work well. But we'll look at those hands soon.
I don't think there was ever a round where it was a big winner for us.
No. Another thing we wanted to mention is some other revisions we're thinking of playing. So we liked the idea of one heart being balanced, but we want to remove the 18-19 out of there. So with our thought of two clubs being really trash, we're thinking of moving out 18-19 balanced and opening like a Mexican two clubs showing 18-19 balanced.
Yeah, that seemed reasonable. Like, actually, I think there were some top pairs around the world that actually did that at some stage.
Still do maybe.
Still do maybe. It's like, even if you're playing standard, like having the two no trumps rebid not dedicated to 18-19 balance definitely has its advantages. Like, you get a wide range of shapes out there, which maybe we probably wouldn't use, but
Yeah.
It can't be a bad idea.
Yeah. The other sort of revisions we're looking at is the two diamonds and two hearts showing 4-4-1s. Across the whole day, we opened one of these once.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a frequency winner, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
It needs to be more frequent. Like, I'm all for, like, there's a problem hand, we need to deal with it somehow, but there needs to be, like, a way that, like, in some capacity these bids actually come up, because having, like, your two heart opening, or two diamond opening, be dedicated to one problem hand type that comes up very infrequently, that you only open once throughout the day. And that we didn't really see like a big system win when it came up. Didn't really feel that good, mainly because we could have been opening week twos and in hearts and diamonds the whole time, which probably would have come up more than once.
Yeah, so we're thinking maybe open up the flexibility of those or something like that, but an area worth looking into. Anyway, let's jump in and look at our favourite sort of hands. So we figured we'd start off with our system stuff-ups. I had one major one. Max had one minor one, but we figured we'd lump them in together and we screwed up two hands.
Yeah, well, when you consider, like, the system was maybe I consider it to be a little bit more complex than the last one we played. The last one we had very defined, easy rules to follow. This one we kind of had like not so many weird bids, but more of bids that was just like hard to remember, like maybe more inconsistencies. Oh, I found that it was a tad... Like, the inconsistencies were harder to remember. We had inconsistencies in the last system, but the inconsistencies in this system were harder to remember, which was part of our big thing of, like, we don't want inconsistencies, we just want this to be easy to remember and not dedicate too much brain power. Because, like, in all honesty, we needed as much brain power as we could just for, like, defending cards. We didn't do that very well either throughout the day,
Yeah, it was worth noting that our defense and declare play was, like, lower than what we'd usually be happy with, which I think is, like, a side effect of playing a complicated system.
Yeah. I had too many gin and tonics the day before as well, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Anyway, so this first board, board 6, I managed to mess up. We're always north-south, so for all of these we're looking at the north-south cards.
I think I was always north, you were always south?
Yeah. So this was like board 3 or 4 of the day that were, or maybe even 6 of the day.
Board 6, you should.
But basically I just opened one spade, I was just in the routine of opening sort of standard stuff.
Just to clarify, as the south hand, you opened one spade because, maybe something else. We could have opened one spade with some random other hand as well. But yeah.
Yeah, so I opened one spade as south, and then this went one no trump from partner.
Artificial game force.
Yeah, but Max alerted this, and it's really awkward when your partner alerts a bid and you've stuffed it up, because the fact that he alerted might have woken me up, and that information isn't allowed to me. So I figured I still had to bid as if I was playing standard, or like what I thought why I would have opened a spade. So I then bid 2 diamonds, which showed 5 plus clubs, 4 plus diamonds, 16 plus points.
I looked at my north hand and went, "Oh baby, Christmas has come early! Like I got a monster here! Like this is insane." So yeah, I was off to the races as far as I was concerned. But like, I just want to point out that Pete actually did really well here because a lot of people they get woken up by their partner's alert and then they try to somehow cater for the auction or catch their psych, which they're not actually entitled to know about. So you have to keep bidding as if you were under the impression of your previous methods. So with the south hand, when Pete opened a spade, it's quite clear that he thought he was playing like standard or 2/1 or something. He was opening a spade. In which case, I responded to no trump. As far as he's concerned, I've got like a 6 to 12 point hand and like semi-forcing no trump. He would just bid 2 diamonds natural. Like I've got spades and diamonds. Partner, you pick one, and then we go from there. He has to, and like if I make an invitational action, like if he's minimum, he accepts. If he's minimum, he rejects. If he's maximum, he accepts, and all that sort of stuff. So I'd like to say that Pete actually did really well. He just acted ethically on this hand, which I definitely know not all players do. I've seen a lot of people not. So he bids 2 diamonds, which is just, as far as he's concerned, he's shown spades and diamonds, and as far as I'm concerned, he's shown diamonds and clubs and like extra values.
Yeah, so I lied on my second bid as well, and then Max just bid 3 diamonds, agreeing the diamond fit.
I think we're in a game 4, so I just bid 3 diamonds, partner diamonds as trumps.
And invitational.
He thinks I've just made an invitational 3 diamond bid.
So I figured opposite an invite, I've got a really good 14, so I just bid 3 no trumps, because I don't have a heart stopper, but I can't bid 3 hearts in my mind or anything like that. So I just tried 3 no trumps, and then Max bid 4 clubs. And at this stage, I feel like I'm entitled to wake up and then know.
Yeah, partner can't have an invitational action to 3 no trumps and then you accept and then go, actually just joking, partner, 4 clubs.
Yeah.
I've got a slam try somewhere or something.
So over this, I bid 4 hearts, I believe. Which I don't know what I should do after this. And then Max bid 5 clubs, and knowing that I've shown longer clubs, like 5 clubs, 4 hearts, 16 plus points, and a heart bid.
5 clubs, 4 diamonds.
5 clubs, 4 diamonds, and a heart bid. I didn't bid slam, I just bid 5 diamonds. So we missed our slam, which I think would have otherwise been really easy to.
Yeah. So as the north hand, like partner's showing 16 plus diamonds and clubs. Like I just really want to know if partner's got a spade queue. Like I don't really care what the other cards are. Partner's got a spade queue. I just need like the ace of spades and the ace of diamonds, and I've got played for 6 diamonds in some reasonable fashion. But when partner like bid 5 clubs saying I don't have spade control, like partner, do you have that? That's really what I'm looking for. Like I've made some slam tries here, and he signed off. I was really sad, and of course, like I don't know that Pete's made a system fuck up or anything. Like I'm just bidding as if everything's normal.
Because I didn't go, oh no.
Yeah, he had a good poker face the whole time. I didn't catch on whatsoever. Like I was just like happily bidding away. But yeah.
You were confused when I showed up with the ace of spades.
Yeah, when you showed up with the ace of spades, I was just like in the play. I was just like, I don't know, like what you thought my bidding showed, partner. But like that's what I wanted. Like,
yeah. So that was like average result, but I messed up, and we definitely like playing 2/1 or playing the system we did. If I remembered, we would have really easily just bid this one.
Yeah. In like a standard auction as well, the auction's going to go a spade, 2 hearts, and south. I don't know, depending on their methods, they're either going to bid 2 no trumps or they're going to rebid 2 spades. 3 diamonds is definitely not an option. You don't have a 5-5 or a reverse. In which case, like I bid 3 diamonds on the north hand over either one of those, and then partner's sort of like in an awkward position. Like I've got like ace jack x of clubs, but I've got this diamond fit for partner. Like, do I actually raise the diamonds? And if you choose to bid 3 no trumps to south, like it sort of sounds like partner, I've got spades and clubs, you've got hearts and diamonds. Let's not worry too much. So I could quite easily see pairs, not like everyone, but like I could definitely see people missing this kind of a slam, which our system could have got us to.
The board 25. So this one, Max opened 1 no trump, showing diamonds unbalanced. East passed, so we successfully jammed East out of the auction, which was
that was good.
Good. And I bid 2 hearts of south. And after we open a spade, the issue was if it goes a spade and we bid 2 diamonds, the first step that isn't
a major suit,
like isn't showing our points, then it showed just a weak balanced hand, like 7 to 11 balanced. And Max wasn't sure if we bumped that up to bid 2 hearts to be 7 to 11 balance, which is something we discussed. But he said, no, I do not wish to lose the hearts.
I don't. We lost. Actually, my words were we lost the heart soon enough in our last system.
Yeah.
Which is true, but
Yeah, so I forgot whether I'd shown hearts or a balanced hand, so I then bid 2 spades, so we ended up playing 3 no trumps down a lot.
Yeah, I was just trying to catch. Like, I didn't want to pass 2 hearts. Like, I knew 2 hearts. I alerted it and everything, and nobody asked any questions. But like, I knew that it was either 7 to 11 balanced or hearts 7 to 11. And like, it was balanced. I just didn't want to play like a 4-3 heart fit and get like a crap score. Whereas I thought like, if partner's got hearts, maybe we'll find our way to 3 hearts. That could be okay. 3 diamonds could be okay.
And you were real happy when I did 3 no.
And then we ended up in 3-0, and I'm like, maybe partner's got ace third diamond, or ace six of diamonds, and I've got 6 diamond tricks. Well, I don't know. Like, good luck, mate. Like, here you go. And so, that was at the end of the day. Like, if I remembered system, we should have actually just played into 2 hearts, which would have been a system win.
East might have bid 2 spades, but that would have been alright anyway.
Yeah, like East bids 2 spades, but I've got king fourth, and like they're just getting back to their equity that they always had, I guess.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, like it feels kind of bad when you had this system win coming up, and then you screw it up, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. So there were our 2 system stuff ups. Anyway, let's go on to the next boards. So here, what we're looking at is some hands of why we wanted to remove the 18-19 balanced out of 1 heart. So on board number 11, I opened 1 heart as south, and Max was like, I only want to play 3 no trumps, but if 18-19 was a possibility, slam is definitely on the cards. So.
Yeah. Anyway, like I didn't want to like show everyone that I had diamonds. I just figured I could start with an ask. Like I could bid we've got 2 hearts asking for strength. Partner responds in steps based on the strength of their hand. If partner had 18-19 balance, like 6 diamonds could easily just be like a spread kind of thing. Like if I've got the right 18-19, and there should be room to explore it, sort of thing. So at the same time, though, if partner just opened like a weak no trump or a strong no trump, didn't matter which one, I would just bid 3 no trumps, and nobody would really know what kind of a hand type I had or what kind of a hand type Pete had, which is a big important thing as well. Because it's the 2 heart bid, we created 12 plus, did we? Game force?
Yeah.
12 plus. Yeah, 12 plus game force. Like now I'm asking, and when Pete says he's got 15 to 17, and now I just bid 3-0, everyone knows that we always had game forcing values the whole time, which means that they should make a really aggressive lead, because like they're going to need, like, I've got game force opposite a weak no trump, he's got a strong no trump, I've got all these values, they have to lead aggressively to beat our contract. So we're giving all the opponents all this free information for no reason, if that makes sense. Yeah. What we really wanted to do is not be able to give the opponents that information, but at the same time I have to give them that information because I don't want to miss like a cold slam for no reason. So yeah.
And then board 26, this was one where we put the 18-19 in, and the auction became really convoluted.
And we ended up in
because it went like a heart, I bid a spade, and then the sort of 2 club, 2 diamond, like the other bids just didn't really flow well. So when we had the 18-19s, they didn't work well, and when they're a possibility, we asked on too many hands. So we really felt like we should try and remove these out of it.
As the North player, I decided to open the North hand 1 heart, which I was intending to show 18-19 balance. It was really because I had King X and Queen 10, and like I didn't feel like it was such a gross misdescription at the time. In hindsight, like I could have always opened this hand 1 no trump showing diamonds, and then I can bid 2 hearts if whatever partner does, and partners I've got diamonds and hearts and like 18 plus or like 17 plus at this stage. So like there was actually no reason for me to open this hand balanced, but like the same thing could happen if I had clubs and hearts or like maybe something similar to this. But yeah, and then we just didn't have any definition about when I did show 18-19 balance, so we never found our heart fit, and we were just sort of stuck there in 3 no trumps playing a cruddy contract.
So this is why we really want to remove 18-19 balanced out of 1 heart. We're happy to keep the 23 plus balanced, because partner doesn't need to ask about it. If you've got 6 more points than what your partner's expecting of your absolute maximum, you can always bid again. So
and if partner really just had that really dubious game force, they can just be like, no partner, sorry, I'm just not interested in any capacity.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So happy to leave the 23 plus in, but remove the 18-19. Then the next ones, we're just looking at some of the mini 2 club balanced thing just not working.
Yeah, what did you think the biggest problem with this was? I know what I think the biggest problem is, but
well, I think that we always just had an awkward amount of points that we thought we might want to play the part score.
Yeah, I think that the biggest awkward thing about it is that like if you're playing a mini no trump, you open a no trump, which is a playable contract, And B, like, if partner opens 8 to 11 balanced and you hold somewhere between, say, 10 to 13 or like 9 to 13 points, you probably just want to play a no trump.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do that anymore. Like, we'd open 2 clubs and now we had to play 2 no trumps, so we had to just guess the correct part score, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the biggest problems, I thought. And the other problem is that, like, trying to find our way to a club contract wasn't really as easy as possible.
Yeah.
Like, we'd more of like halfway through the day, I think we adjusted our system to allow ourselves to find out, like, to play in 2 clubs more frequently, because that could easily have been the right contract. But yeah, it felt like it was like not a winner.
So this first one, North opened 2 clubs. South I opened 2 clubs, and Max with the 4-3-3-10 count just passed it. We happened to have a club. I could have made it, but I went down. I, for no apparent reason, didn't play for King, Queen, Jack, 4th club onside when I could have safely done it.
It was free.
It was free.
It was free.
Got punished, but yeah, guessed well. Still didn't work out or pan out this one. Board 16, North opened 2 clubs, 8 to 11 mounts, and East made a takeout double. And here's another issue.
East wasn't. It was a values double. It wasn't a takeout double.
I don't think we asked.
Maybe we didn't.
But,
I should have asked. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, but regardless, the issue was like our method was pass said let's play in 2 clubs and redouble says rescue, whereas I just want to make a nondescript action. So on this hand, I did redouble, and we ended up playing 2 diamonds double, just down 2, which I think was remarkably good.
I got it up and down 2. I played that real well.
But after this hand, we wanted to change pass to be either to play in clubs or like scramble if you don't want to play there.
Yeah, scramble clubs is one of my spots. Clubs and a higher sort of thing. So like partner, I'm happy enough in 2 clubs if you're happy enough in 2 clubs.
Yeah.
It's like on the hand, like I opened my 2 clubs mini as North, and the next guy doubled, Pete redoubled, the next guy passed. I was looking at my hand, I'm like, I just really want to pass 2 clubs rewound. This could easily be our best contract. Like, like I got all these clubs and just like there's no way this guy's leaving it in 2 clubs rewound. But like I just didn't want to write down -1,000 or something. Like that could have been real sad. So like I ended up bidding 2 diamonds and I got doubled there, and that's where I played. So
yeah. And you're loving it when Dummy came down.
When Dummy came down, I was like, if only we had like this good,
like even the 7
5-card
trumps.
trump suit with like the top 5 honors missing the ace sort of thing. That would have been, none of the 6-card fits for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And here was another one where this one you had 7 highs and a 5-card suit, so I opened at 2 clubs again. But here at the south hand, like I've got a flat 13 count, and I still don't know what to do over it. So it was just really awkward every single time. So not a huge fan of it because we weren't immediately putting the pressure on them of being in a playable spot, basically.
Yeah. No trump's a playable spot. 2 clubs is very rarely a playable spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even if it might be a playable spot, I don't always know if it is. So basically, we made a preemptive bid where we were usually the first person that had to make the choice.
We were getting preempted.
Yeah.
we were preempting ourselves.
Yeah. So 2 clubs, 8 to 11 balance, not a winner. So we're really happy that we could only play this against half the field. Our results would have been significantly worse if we had to play it against all of them. Against the other half of the field, we were just playing it as a week 2 in clubs, but it never once came up.
Yeah. I feel like it was still a system win because we didn't have to open 8 to 11 balance against 2 clubs.
Yeah. So if you want to play this, scrap that.
Yeah. It's horrendous.
Yeah. All right. So the next one I wanted to talk about is one of the minor wins that the system actually came up with. Also came back to the 1 heart balance, which I'm kind of liking, which is where when 1 heart balance, North bid a spade showing 0 to 7, and I bid 1 no trump as South. And the small benefit that I realized here is they don't actually know my point range. I'm like 11 to 17 here.
Yeah, you are. That's like,
So how are they meant to judge in defense what they should actually do? Are they angling to try and beat this? Probably not when there's a 7 count in dummy, but like they don't know if they're trying to stop me making 9 tricks or if they're trying to beat 1 no trump, and I reckon it'll be really awkward for them to judge what their goal is and to be how aggressive.
This would be a match point win for our system.
Yeah.
The one match point win we might have.
Yeah, so I reckon that would be pretty good at match points. Subtle like little benefit that I kind of liked. Thought it was worth mentioning there. The next thing we want to look at is how the step game force bid worked. We actually reckon this worked pretty well. We were quite happy with it, with 200 transfers.
Yeah.
Liked it a fair bit. Had lots of decent options.
Yeah, just believe it or not, like whenever you did establish a game force at a low level, like you had the world of room to describe your hand like completely, and like there was definition everywhere for no apparent reason other than just like you had all this space.
Yeah. Other than that, we were one level below the suit that we'd initially shown. It was already game force.
Yeah, exactly. Like we haven't even bid like one heart yet, and then like we've established game forcing values and shown hearts, and partner can still bid one heart sort of thing. So yeah, this was definitely a system win. You want to run 317?
Yeah, so Max opened one club showing 5+ hearts.
As north?
As north, and I bid one diamond game force as south. He then bid one heart minimum.
Like 11 to 15?
11 to 15,
Yeah.
not saying anything else. I said 2 diamonds, I like diamonds, and he said 2 spades. I've got 4 spades, 5+ hearts, still 11 to 15. And I said 3 diamonds, interested, but by now, if I keep bidding diamonds, I've got serious diamond interest. If I wasn't sure where to go, I could bid 3 clubs or something like that.
2-no.
2-no.
Yeah.
Well, heaps of things I could choose to do. 3 diamonds, serious interest opposite what's a lot of the time a singleton. So here, Max looked at his hand and kind of liked it. King, Queen of clubs and the Ace of hearts and the King of diamonds were all spot on.
The interesting thing as well is that like I've got ace empty, ace jack fifth heart, and 4 low spades. Partners quite like to have a singleton in one of those suits, probably hearts. In which case I've got the right holding as well. So like if I had King, Queen of hearts instead of the ace jack, I wouldn't have been nearly as excited. Just a small thing, just on hand evaluation, I guess. It's just like I suppose this would happen in 2/1 auctions as well. But yeah, nonetheless, I slam tried it. I bid 4 clubs.
4 clubs Q bid.
Yeah, 4 clubs.
So
QB.
I just keycarded, found out we're off the Queen of trumps and bid 6 diamonds. So really good spot there. I managed to take all the tricks, but yeah. So really comfy auction. Like the step game force worked pretty well. Also, we didn't have any opponents preempt us over that, but I feel like it wouldn't be so bad because we've set up a game force and we've already mentioned one of our suits already. So
yeah, it would sort of be the same as like you opened a heart, pass, partner bids 2 clubs, game force, bunch of options, preempt. Sort of like you've already mentioned hearts and you've said I got like some random game force, like any game force, I guess. Like you could have like 7 of like a 7 card suit or like maybe a balanced hand, anything for your game force. But like because you've mentioned something, like the doubles of the preempt are like much more defined, and yeah, it seems to work.
Yep. Board 19, the south opened a diamond showing spades. Max bid a heart game force, and now I got to jump to 2 spades showing extras and 6 spades. And you bid 2-no over that?
Yeah, 2-no, partner. I'm interested. Tell me something else.
And I said 3-no minimum. Got nothing else to tell. And that's where we played. So nothing to really get tangled up. We managed to show our 6-card spades, our game forcing values.
The other interesting point is North. I'm playing this hand in 3-no trumps, and I've said nothing about my hand. Like I haven't actually mentioned a suit. Like I probably don't have like a good 6 or a 7 card suit, but like I bid like a heart game force, and then I bid 2-no. I'm playing the contract in no trumps. Like I just might not have like a diamond stopper or something. I just might not have anything. But like we're playing 3-no nonetheless, and maybe they're not having a diamond stopper is a negative of the system. But like just the opponents don't know anything about my hand, which sort of seems like a win. And like I was more than happy to play this hand in no trumps. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like if we'd gone like a spade, 2 clubs, and 2/1, then Pete bids 2 spades or 3 spades depending on your style, I guess. It's just like now there's much more definition about what my hand type is when I bid 2-no, whereas this time I've just said, look, partner, I just don't have a spade fit, and I don't have like this brewing 6-card suit of my own. So
yep. And then one last step game force to round out. There was just one where we thought that maybe if you wanted to play this a bit more, you might want to work out a way to add this in, which is dealing with 5-4-4 noughts. Like we had a decent auction, but we didn't get a way to round out our shape, so you might need to like just fiddle around, come up with some bid that is either this or a 5-4-4 nought sort of style.
The auction was, I think, is North. I opened a diamond showing spades. Pete bid a heart, any game force, nothing about hearts. Went past, and I looked at my hand as North, and like partner's got a game force. I've got extra values, and so I'm not bidding a spade minimum. So I'm going to show one of my minors here, and I decided to show diamonds as opposed to clubs. And the reason I decided to show diamonds as opposed to clubs is because if partner's got a singleton, I'm quite happy with them having, like, I don't want to bid clubs and then partner have a singleton diamond and think like, oh, maybe that's going to be okay. Partner's like doesn't have values here. So I chose to bid diamonds as opposed to clubs in case partner had the singleton club, and then they can correctly evaluate that. Well, they have a better chance of evaluating that correctly, was my logic at the time. That being said, I was looking at my hand just thinking partner probably was just going to bid two hearts, whatever I did. But didn't matter. But, like, I chose to show my diamonds as opposed to clubs because my diamonds were slower tricks, whereas my clubs play well opposite of singleton. So I bid two diamonds, Pete bids two hearts, and now three clubs sort of sounds like, hey partner, I don't have a club stopper, like, because I can't bid two no, I haven't done that. So I just ended up bidding two no, I think I did.
Yeah.
Pete bid three hearts, and I didn't have a great club stopper, but at the same time, though, you know that my two suits are spades and diamonds, so I decided to bid three no. See how that
You
went.
bid three spades.
Did I? Three spades?
And I bid three no over it. I gave up at that point.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't, like, slam's okay, I guess, but not great.
It's very good, provided trumps break. If trumps at 3-2, slam's like a sensational contract. Actually, is it? No, we lose a diamond.
If you always got a diamond loser, you need to, like, your communication.
Not that good.
It's okay. It's okay. But, like, I think we had a reasonable option here, but you might want to look at putting the 5-4-4 knots into the system some way. They're a pretty horrible hand to bid in, like, most systems. Like, if it goes a spade, two hearts, three diamonds or something, that's even worse off than where we were.
Yeah.
But that being said, when you're game forcing at one heart after you've showed spades, maybe you should be able to try and
you should be able to get them out. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So just something to, like, look at for possible improvements. All right. So how would you rate the system out of 5?
So 5, just to clarify, 5's like 2/1, great system, love it, sort of thing. Like, I'm happy to play it all the time. 4 would be like, maybe playing like Akol, Goran, or like Standard.
Probably Akol or Standard, yeah.
Akol, not so much Goran. Goran's maybe a 3.5 or something. That's probably a bit outdated. And like 3, what would we say last time? I said last time I was like 3.5.
3 would be like a system face.
Yeah, like I think 3's probably playable.
3's playable, but you'd want to add some conventions in to actually fix it up.
Yeah, I feel like this is maybe like a 3, maybe high 2s.
So I reckon if you kept playing Two Clubs Mini...
Oh, no, yeah, Two Clubs Mini, that's out. That's 100% out.
If you were playing that, it's like 2.5.
Oh, no, I'm going like maybe even low 2s. So.
Yeah, because it's a really frequent hand where you're just dumping imps.
Yeah, you just dump... Yeah, it's just like you just get this... Like, you give opponents the bucket and you just go along, you just keep popping imps in the bucket. It's sort of like what you do. You can't do that. That's well out of line.
But if you removed that and put 18, 19 in there...
Yeah.
I reckon this is about 3.5 if you'd made those revisions.
I reckon that's maybe, yeah. You know what, maybe I might just be giving this a harsh judgment because we just didn't play our cards very well the entire day. Yeah.
I reckon it was decently playable. It had some spots that could win, but Two Clubs is a big loser.
Yeah, maybe the 4-4-1 shapes as well. Like if you put 5-4-3-1s without a 5-card major in those as well, I feel like that would be a much bigger winner. So it's either be 4-4-1, maybe some of the 4-4-0-5s, or like a 5-4-3-1. If they all went in that, like more like precision 2 diamond style, that's easily enough hands that you should be able to cater for all those within that bid, and they'll come up quite frequently. And then not having those bids in your other like regular 1 diamond, or like not 1 diamond, 1 spade or 1 no trump opening, sort of really removes some of the frequencies of those hands, making it less likely that those hands won't open that, therefore you get more definition, sort of thing. So I reckon that would be a big improvement as well. So get rid of 2 clubs, get rid of make the 2 diamond and 2 heart 4-4-1 openings more frequent. Would be 2 big revisions.
So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And now, if you want to suggest an option for us, we've got 3 ideas that we're trying to choose between. So let us know which one you want us to do. It'll be in a couple of months. But the first one, highly technical system. All bids are natural of some description.
Yeah, no conventions. Like we're talking like a no trump pass 2 diamonds. Partner, I want to play 2 diamonds. Yeah. Like that's good. Like every bid will be natural. Probably like I don't know, maybe classical Blackwood. Like,
No. No, just
No.
invitational.
Oh, generic invitation. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't mind that actually.
But
yeah.
like, just really wind stuff back and work out which conventions do we actually like when everything's pretty much natural. Option number 2 is opening club, where one club says I've got an opening hand, and all your other openings at the one level are like 8 to 12 or natural like that. So really hyper aggressive one level openings, which specify a suit, and hopefully we can jam the opponents up. Or number 3 is jumble minors, which basically a club says I've got clubs weak or game forcing, or diamonds invitational. And a diamond says I've got diamonds weak or game forcing, and invitational clubs as another option. And if we open them at the 2 level, they're for hearts and spades. And then have one spade opening be like 8 to 12 with spades, one no trump being 8 to 12 with hearts, and we'll bring it back, come back, the one heart balanced hand.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, let us know which of these options you actually want us to try out, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Cheers.